time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. Hello everyone. In 1969, a band called Sir Douglas Quintet released their second album. The album is called Mendocino. And I bought that album. And I'm thinking about it today and going, I'm not sure why I bought it. Now, Mendocino was a single that was released from that album in 69 and got to number 27 on Billboard's Hot 100 singles chart. That might have been why I bought it. It also had another single on it called She's About a Mover, which is odd because that song came out in 1965 and the Mendocino album was released in 69, almost 4 years after the single hit Billboard's chart at number 13 on their Hot 100 singles chart. And like I said, it was their second album, so why wouldn't have She's About a Mover been on their first album? Mysteries that will never be solved. Anyways, I love the album. It had this Tex-Mex feel. It was one of the first Tex-Mex type of musical albums, and it had a great Vox Continental organ on it, played by Augie Myers. Sir Douglas Quintet formed in 1964 in San Antonio, Texas, and they were known as kind of a southern rock band, but it had that great keyboard sound, that great organ sound in it that a lot of bands didn't have. You know, I'm almost thinking, Question Mark and the Mysterians with the 96 Tears had that kind of organ as well. So they weren't the only bands to do this, but it was a unique sound. Well, on this album, they had a song called At the Crossroads. And for me, that was like the standout track on that album. I would play that song over and over and over, and I just loved it. In fact, a lot of times I put the album on and only play that one track. Well, let's move to 1970. At least that's when this album was released in the United States. Mott The Hoople put out their first album. And I had heard the song Rock and Roll Queen on the radio, and I just loved it. And it was on that first Mott The Hoople album. So I bought it for Rock and Roll Queen, not realizing what a fantastic album that first Mott The Hoople album is. In fact, I still personally think it's their best album, with Mad Shadows, their second album, being their next best album. Those two albums are just fantastic. Well, lo and behold, I'm listening to the album, and all of a sudden a version of At the Crossroads comes on and totally blows me away. Ian Hunter's voice on that song is just magnificent, and he puts so much soul and emphasis into his vocals on that song. And Mick Ralph's guitar, fantastic as well. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to listen to the original version written by Doug Sahm from Sir Douglas Quintet, and then the cover version done, I don't know, must have been about a year after the Sir Douglas Quintet actually recorded their version, done by Mott The Hoople. Sit back, this will be good. A little bit long because each track is about 4 to 5 minutes long, but I think it'll be worth it for you. So here we go. We're going to start with Sir Douglas Quintet's original version of At the Crossroads, and then followed by Mott The Hoople.
Leaving you, girl, heading down the road. You left me many burdens, such a heavy road. And it sure does wig me out when I think about what went down. Crossroads of my life I stood when a face couldn't begin to recognize rolled on through my mind till I took the time to concentrate on you. You can teach.
Okay, I can stop right here a second. What I really loved about this song, right in the beginning, was that guitar, that rhythm guitar starting the song off. I just really like that, and it plays pretty much through the whole song with those same chords. And then that bass guitar comes in, and that bass guitar is just driving this song. I mean, it just stands out. They mix that bass guitar really up front. And then the piano. And I kind of like it because the piano kind of answers to the rhythm guitar. And I think that's kind of cool. And then on top of the piano comes the organ. It's just got a great sound to it. This one isn't so Tex-Mex as it is, I think, Southern rock. And I think Sir Douglas Quintet really paved the way for a lot of the Southern rock bands in the 70s with songs like At the Crossroads. And then Doug Sahm's voice, I just really like it. He's just kind of singing it along. He's got a little countrified sound to his voice, and he's just kind of like telling a story. And the whole song is just so done, so laid back like. And I think that's why I like it so much. It's not in your face. It's kind of laid back. So let's keep on going.
Concentrate on you. You can teach me lots of lessons. You can bring me light and gold, but you just can't live in Texas if you don't have a lot of soul. Leaving you now for the very last time. Leaving you now really blown your mind. And where you're living now, you are finding how you're the half-lives. You can teach me lots of lessons. You can bring me light and gold, but you just can't live in Texas if you don't have a lot of soul. Living now for the very last time. You really did it this time. When it blown your mind. Someday a change will come, and you'll be beside me one more time. One more time. And you will be beside me one more time. Ah, yeah, you will be by me just one more time. Yeah.
What a cool song! What a cool song! I just love that song. And so like I said, I bought the album, and when this track came on, it automatically lit me up. It was like, I mean, I was listening to the album. It's like, yeah, it's kind of cool stuff because I never heard this sound before. I mean, it was a kind of a unique sound, and this song came on, and it just perked me up. It was like, listen to that rhythm guitar. Oh, listen to that piano. Boy, that bass guitar is really in there. The drumming is nice and soft. The vocals are just really good. I mean, he's telling a story. And then when he gets into the refrain, he just puts a lot of emphasis. He puts a lot of soul. Like he says, if you live in Texas, you got to have a lot of soul. And then that keyboard in there, that organ in there, I love that too. The whole song is just done really cool. And at the end, when he does the last section of the song, he just puts so much emphasis and so much into the lyrics, into his voice as he's singing that ending of the song. Just really kind of a cool song. Like I said, I just really like it a lot, and I don't know how many people have ever heard this song before. I think a lot of people have heard She's About a Mover or heard the song Mendocino, but not a lot of people know about Sir Douglas Quintet. And so I thought, we're going to do this at the Crossroads. I've been wanting to do this song for quite a while. The other thing that reminds me, in my job that I had in the 80s, I used to go down to Texas about 2-3 times a year down to a community called Brownwood, Texas. And yeah, everybody there really got into country music or into soul music. And it was a lot of fun, a lot of good food, and really sweet people. I just loved going to Texas. So from here, we're going to go and hear how Mott The Hoople took this song and kind of made it their own. There's a little bit different than Sir Douglas's. So here we go with Mott The Hoople doing a cover of Doug Sahm's At the Crossroads. Okay, stop it right here a second. Starts out with that same rhythm guitar. I mean, it has that same rhythm guitar sound as the Doug Sahm or the Sir Douglas Quintet version had. But from there, it kind of changes over. Instead of coming in with that really heavy bass with the piano and then the keyboards, it comes in with another guitar, a slide guitar. So giving it more of a country edge to the instrumental track. Then Ian Hunter starts singing, and when I heard this for the first time, it was like I think it came right after "You Really Got Me Now" on the album, I think, which was an instrumental. So when Ian Hunter started singing, I'm going, wow, that guy's got a kind of a gruff voice. He doesn't have a really great singing voice. But as I listened to this track more, it was like, yeah, I just think he fits into the mold of this song so well. I just think he interprets the lyrics perfectly. And I just really like Ian Hunter's voice after hearing this several times. Then, like I said, the bass comes in. It's not that loud, in-your-face bass, but it's a really, like, almost progressive bass. It's almost jazz-like. And then the drumming is super heavy on this version. It wasn't as heavy on the Sir Douglas Quintet version. So they really changed up the instrumental backing track. And then Ian Hunter's voice is like 180 degrees different from Doug Sahm's voice. Doug Sahm's was like telling a story, kind of laid back, and Ian Hunter's is like, I'm having a real hard time getting these lyrics out, but I'm going to do it, and it's almost painful, but it sounds so fantastic. Let's keep on going.
Just can't live in Texas if you don't have a lot of soul. I'm living here tonight for the very last time. Yes, I'm leaving you, babe, 'cause now I know you ain't mine. And where you living now, you'll find out how, 'cause you never had a friend. Well, you can preach me like a lesson, you can bring me loud of gold, but you just can't live in Texas if you don't have a lot of soul. I'm leaving here tonight for the very last time. Yes, I'm leaving you, girl, 'cause now I know that you ain't mine. Someday a change will come, and you'll be there beside me. One more time, one more time.
Okay, I just want to stop it right here one more time, just like they're saying in the song. There's also a difference in the organ. Now, on the Sir Douglas Quintet version, they were using that Vox organ, gave it that real kind of hot poppy sound to the song. While here, it sounds like they're using a Leslie, and it gives it a much deeper organ sound than what you got with the Vox. So the organ sound is totally different between these two versions as well. Also, in the Sir Douglas, they had that piano that sort of answered to the rhythm guitar, which I really liked. That's one of the things that sold me on that version of the song. This one, the piano's in there, but it's really hidden in the song, and it's not really following along with Mick Rell's rhythm guitar at all. But I other than that, I think they're getting the feel of the song, but they're again touching it and making it sort of their own. But I just wanted to mention about that organ, because if you listen to that organ, it sounds like they're playing it through a Leslie amp, and gives it a much deeper tone than what we had with the Sir Douglas Quintet version. Let's keep on going.
There beside me, one more time, one more time.
Oh, great. I love the way this version rocks out at the end. It just rocks out. I mean, you get that instrumental break, which if I remember right, the Sir Douglas doesn't have an instrumental break, but Mott The Hoople put an instrumental break in there, and it was like almost a progressive rock song. The way they just kept on amplifying this thing as they got into that instrumental break, it just got kind of louder and louder and heavier and heavier, and then Ian Hunter comes back in with the vocals and I mean, he gives that big scream in there, that big yell. It's not really a scream, more of a yell, and just puts so much emotion into the lyrics at the end of this song. And the group just is rocking out. That piano was going crazy in there. You got that heavy organ in there, the guitar. You got the slide guitars playing in there. The drumming is maniac like at the end of this song. I mean, he's just going crazy on there. Buffin is just going crazy on the drums. Great version of this song. I mean, like I said, I love this first Mott The Hoople album. It is just a phenomenal album. And they have quite a number of cover versions on here. And each cover version is so unique from the original version. This was a band I was sold on right away. Like I said, it took a little bit for me to get used to Ian Hunter's voice. But once I got over that hurdle, I love this band. And like I said, Mad Shadows, their second album, is just as good. I mean, that could have been a 2-record set almost. And they never put out an album that sounded like those two albums again. They kind of drifted with their third album called Wildlife. They kind of drifted and got very acoustic, some country songs. It was just different. While the first two albums were, in my mind, almost like progressive rock albums. Very, very interesting. So that was At the Crossroads, a cover of a Sir Douglas Quintet song, or a Doug Sahm song from 1969. I believe Doug Sahm actually recorded it in 68 with the Sir Douglas Quintet, while Mott The Hoople recorded it in 69 and released it on their first album, which was released in 1969 in the UK, but not until 1970 here in the United States. So I had to wait a little bit longer to get that album. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this comparison. If you did, hey, why don't you hit that like button? That'd be really appreciated. That's the old thumbs up button. If you have any comments about Sir Douglas Quintet or Mott The Hoople doing At the Crossroads, hey, put in the comments below. That'd also be really appreciated. Now, I'm going to take a link to both videos. The one was kind of cool. It was, just slides of Doug Sahm and the Sir Douglas Quintet. This one was kind of neat with the piece of vinyl turning there. There was no tone arm on there, but I guess it was still playing. So I'm going to take a link to both of these videos, put in my description below. So if you want to watch them again, click on either one of the links. They'll open up and play for you, and I won't be stopping them this time. I'm also going to put a link to each channel that uploaded these videos into YouTube into my description below. So you might want to check out those channels and see if there's anything else interesting they may have that you want to watch and listen to. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, why don't you do it right now? We're doing all kinds of cool groups, cool music, and cool comparisons, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you want to be informed, hey, why don't you subscribe? Go below my video. I know you still have it open. Hit that subscribe button, and then go over here and ring the bell, and you'll get updates to my latest videos. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this comparison for months now, and today I said I'm just going to do it, and I had fun doing it. So I hope you had fun watching it. This put a big smile on my face. I'm hoping to put a big smile on your face, and peace out, baby.